Hello, and welcome back to Arg, 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 the series in which I spend all of my time trying to fix Bristol. Well, buses aren't cutting it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start trying to demolish bits of the town, so I can build a railway through here, so these flats can go, this can go, this can go. Yes, I know there's a road vehicle in the way. What's going on? Oh dear. Well, let's buy the land before that can get taken up by anything. Let that escape. Normally, griefing the AI would be a fun and exciting pastime, but today I have things to be getting on with. So, and now I'm at risk of, I think, demolishing the beer keller. That wouldn't be good. Why is that bus down there? So we're going to have to not do that. Yes, the beer keller. We needed a block of flats, or of this block. Oh dear, Bristol. Yes, of course. I'm building right in the town centre. They're not going to be the best pleased with that. So what I need. Yes, this is the point at which Bristol goes, no, you've demolished far too much. We're not letting, no more of that ridiculous nonsense. Yes, so I'm just going to leave that there for now. So, good. I own that. One day this will be a beautiful, beautiful thingy. Beautiful line. But we can only build it very slowly. Because the local authority will not be best pleased with us otherwise. So that could possibly be a station in there one day. So let's lower that down so we can have the station there. Okay. That's almost planning ahead for me. Oh yes, so buses don't come from Clifton Central. Good. I wonder if I've ruined any AI's plans. Okay, where else do we have things stacking up? So Bournemouth Woods seems to constantly have this issue with trains. That's weird. That's taking a while to. Oh, okay. So no, it was just taking a while to load while I was looking at that. So those trains are quite slow to load. I was used to things like Timberwolves, which has fast loading trains. So yes, nowhere seems to have too much cargo waiting. The Truro docks again. Ooh, there's no train there. The train just left, so maybe Truro docks needs another train. Let's pop one on there. And yes, mostly it's just passengers. The Oval has quite a few. Ratings are okay. So is this because these trains are arriving quite full? No, they should be fine. So, what's my plan for this episode? Well, let's see if we could turn the Isle of Wight into a sprawling urban hellscape. Or at least Cowes, which Cowes is not even in the right place on the Isle of Wight there. That should be like the Needles or something like that around there. But anyway, let's complaining about Chris Sawyer's geography. Let's start building some boats. So Bournemouth, we don't have Portsmouth on here, so we can't have a proper Isle of Wight ferry. We can have a little hovercraft or something. Yes, let's build some hovercraft. Do that, and we can go to there. Properly rename it. Yes, right. Now timetable. Back to tycooning. Back to sensible things. So we're going to make this. No, I might make this 11 days. I've no idea how fast the hovercraft loads, but I could see what happens. So boats. I'm going to call that group maximum bother. if I can find them. There we go. And these go. There's Bristol ferries, so. Let's put that in there. What's any more ungrouped ships? Yes. Actually, that should be. Have a look at the timetable of that. So that. If I make that 11 days for both of them. Oh, there's a speed limit as well that I could use. That would be interesting. Okay, no, get back into making things work. So, get to clone that. Oil rig transport. Let's do some cleaning up. Oh yes, and then we can have true oil. And they're not going to worry too much about. No. Put that in the correct group. I'm not going to worry too much about making these super organized because I don't think that I need that much organization in ships. So I'm not going to have that many of them. At least I hope not. Okay, so that's a 10-day trip, I think. Give us a little bit of slack time. Yes, there goes 70. What have I need to say? Yes, well, let me change the speed limit there. That's really annoying and pointless, isn't it? Travel at most 68 miles an hour. Does that actually work? Of course it's going to work. It's... And that's actually in that timetable. Yes, it does. Of course, this is a game in which things, features always tend to work in here. So, did I really need to build that many hovercraft? That's a bit too many. So, okay, so what I do also want to do is, while I've got this fairly nicely laid out currently, is I want to build a railway around Cowes. Because I know that buses were just a total disaster. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to make this a railway where we actually have some extra track there, so we can run multiple trains on it. So the platforms will still be just single train. And that I'm going to use just to force the trains to find the words to morph. Come on, this is the thing you're supposed to be doing, that you're supposed to be good at, narrating things. Yes, to make sure the trains space out nice and evenly, because if at most one can be in a station at any one time, that is actually quite good primitive spacing mechanism. Is that going to work? No, you need to move that on a bit, I think. So we just extend the Isle of Wight a bit more. Let's see. Part of turning it into an urban hellscape is making it a bit larger as an island. So there we go. So that should be enough for trains to be able to stack in there. Yes. Yes, and I should mention, for those of you who watch my signalling episodes about being very ruthlessly efficient with this, well, in this situation, I'm deliberately giving up some efficiency. I'm reducing the throughput because I want this to... Actually, I may as well just build a dash. No, never liked this with the way that you do this, and the passenger carriages. Of course, they don't match the DMU thing, but no, that will be okay. So that can go. Where can that go? Places. Go there. No, I don't want a full load. It would be a disaster. It'd be so slow. So, there we go. So just could go around there like that and make fairly leisurely stops. And the great thing is, if there's a fairly leisurely stops, and they don't need to have any other timetabling, because they should space out neatly. You'll be able to get free trains in. So yes, my whole thing is making this deliberately a bit inefficient, so the trains kind of have to wait for each other, they move a little bit more slowly. And hopefully we won't have all of the bus chaos that we have in Bristol. I'm building this nice and early. What you might want to do, though, is to make sure we have kind of expansion room. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to give myself some room to expand. Maybe the next station will be there. And yes, we'll have to expand the island as well. That's okay. That's going over there. That's looking quite nice. So let's go back and see if Bristol will let me demolish anything more. I feel I wanted to get a bit further with this. Is Bristol happy with me yet? Local authority. Oh, we're excellent again, yes. Yes, so Bristol will tolerate us doing some more demolishing of their fine city. So we want to kind of come round here. So say goodbye to the beer keller. And this is going to come up here. Now, this is where this is a bit risky because I don't want to have my buses demolished by my own trains. But a certain amount is going to be required. Okay, Bristol is still a little bit experiencing a level of mythage, which I can't really fix at the moment. Oh yes, no, obviously that as well. Will they let me demolish that? No. Not going to get any demolition going in Bristol. So no way back to mediocre, but it doesn't take very long for us to get back up to kind of good. So what I will start doing here is to build the first 2 lines of the extra platform at Clifton West. There we go. So that's that built. And then the extra platform at Bristol Central. And then I just need to build something in the middle around here. So that should be okay. I mean, the old beer colour site. It's from the Bristol Exchange. And hopefully the passengers will use that. I hope Cargo Disc will actually allow me to do that. Bristol, are you happy with me? No, still mediocre. So that's fine. We'll leave them alone for a bit more. Then we'll go demolish some more stuff. Okay. What do you right here? The vacant Hondas, yes. Those we're loading enough stuff from there. We don't really have much more to do. So one thing with this really is this network's not really bad by any means throughput-wise. I'm going to have a sort of scan through it. But I don't think there's anywhere really that trains are queuing up. And partly a shame with these small maps is you don't really have much of a network design challenge. It's kind of why I just went and just built stuff, because as you can see, there's a little bit of spaghetti going on, but there's nowhere here where trains are really queuing and stacking up. Maybe Bournemouth might be a little bit worse because there's more stuff going on around there. No, even Bournemouth Woods, even this is kind of all... Yes, sometimes a train will wait here. Yes, everything's kind of free-flowing. There's no real challenges to network design in this. See. So, let's go back to Bristol. I've inspected my network and I have found it to be not wanting in any way, so it's totally fine. Good. What else can I demolish? What can I demolish now that I am good? Okay, so I can put one hole. Yeah, I'm going to put a little bit of track on that as well. I just put some little bit of track on there, just to stop the local authority building anything on top of it. Ooh, I can build that as well. So, I think if I was allowed to remove the road from here... Oh no! Just one last thing. This won't let me do. Okay, let's leave Bristol. Leave Bristol to its devices. We should go back and see if we can find any other rubble. What was that? Oh yes, some losing track of what stories that I've told here, but yes, that junction was designed with saying that was going to be slow. The monument to my ineptitude. Oh yes. Yes, that as well. I wonder, could we do something weird? Could we just sort of prospect a new industry or something? Do I have prospecting? Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Let's prospect a forest. So hopefully, new forest being planted somewhere. No, I want to know about the forest near Exeter. Ooh, that's a slightly awkward place for it to be as well. So, I say a slightly awkward place for it to be. That would be a slightly awkward place for it to be, were I not absolutely laden with cash, because what I'm going to do being absolutely laden with cash is I'm going to say that Exeter has always needed a sort of, what is that? It's an inland lake. It's not a lagoon, is it? Because a lagoon kind of has a sea access. So, I don't know. I should have paid attention in geography rather than throwing fruit around. There's a callback to a different series. Oh, these tunnels are all... That's all bothersome, isn't it? So, I don't want... this... Though, dear, spaghetti time. There's spaghetti everywhere. That's how my network operates. Fine. Let's push that back up. And then next time I record some science, I can go and have to push it all back down again. There we go. And just a depot there. Fine. So I'm going to load the wood trains. Hopefully I can still get that wood train. Oh, vehicle's not available. And what's not available? No, quite right. The thingamie, the E37 is gone. So we're going to have to give this probably too long. I think let's stick the trains at 4 tiles long. Hey, it's all becoming a mess. It's because I haven't done anything with this for a while. So therefore I'm losing track of what's going on. Unless I have forward trains, that's probably... I got sort of a space to queue 4 trains there. Yes, I have. Yep, that'll be totally fine. Just before that gets done, there I am just going to pause, because what I want to do is put a little buffer stop there. There we go. And force that train to not go all the way into that station. Right. How are Bristol? How is Bristol? My demolition attempts around the beer killer. Oh dear. Yay! Right. Okay. So, oh no, that's really annoying. So what it's done there is, as soon as I have demolished that, it has gone, no, I'm going to rebuild it. And right. So what I need to do is to get that there and that there before Bristol builds anything stupid, which I have managed to raise. So this is not going to be tremendously efficient. Oh, and this little bit around Clifton West too. Ray, I can demolish that. That's been unmolished sufficiently. So I can now build a station. Oh, so we need flat land for that, do we? Well, we could just extend that out there. I now need somewhere to put my depot. Bristol, let me do that. Yes, they will. Good. So there's probably going to be quite a few of these sort of stuck trains around. So can I build another SH25? Just lots of passenger carriages. I think length 4, wasn't it? So this has a capacity 280 passengers. So if I send this to go here, just bop, bop, bop. It's going to full load at all of them. And I don't care. It should be full loading. Oh, no, it shouldn't. Okay, it's not going to full load. It's just going to load. So there's actually all of that demolishing. Was this actually improving? Yes. Oh. The buses were actually working. Didn't need to do all that. That's an entirely superfluous train. There were actually starting to be enough buses. It's fine. So let's see if this actually picks up some cargo. Bristol exchange. So this is going to actually become vehicle station. I have a feeling this train may actually not end up getting any passengers because the cargo disk won't update the link graph. Let's set that anyway. Let's set that to stay for 5 days at each one. Hopefully cargo disk will start counting this as a link. If not, that's going to be a bit of a fool's errand. They've just ruined Bristol city centre and demolished the beer colour for no good reason. There we go. Let's leave that right. How is all this doing? Have I created enough of a mess here yet? No, there's still no mess. No mess at all. So, ooh, yeah. Why is extra forest? So, build a statue. Yes, if we build a statue, that will increase the production even more. Sorry. Not the production. It's the amount that gets transported of the production. Right, okay. Let's continue around. Should I fix that? One day I might fix that. But for today, let's just stare at it. Ongoing. Okay, so this is starting to look busy. Ooh, something is going wrong. Finally, wrongness is occurring. Good. So I'm going to just add a platform to that station. Now this would actually make this makes the throughput unpredictable doing this. So this is not optimal, but throughput's not actually the problem with that station. So the actual problem that station has is nothing to do with its throughput, it's to do with how many trains it can store. So I'm going to add a platform there, let that store some more trains. Yes, this is all working. It's all working a little too nicely. I'm worrying. This is working a little too nicely. Vehicle station. But that's still bad. There we go. Has this train actually picked up that it can carry passengers? Yes, it has. It's now carrying passengers. Good. Good. So what? Let's have a look at the cargo disk graph. See where passengers are trying to go from here. So Bristol, they can't zoom that in anymore. There's a way to show this on the map, I believe. Yes, so I need to. There we go. So yes, Chicago Flow Legend. I can show my company and then passengers. They can see that. That's not too bad. None of that is too saturated. So it's getting dark green. So yes, Annex is fine. Vehicular station is fine. It's yes. So this is mostly passengers to the annex now. So what we could do is build another little line in Bristol. Will they let me do that? Not a wood loading station. This is a mess of distant joining, isn't it? So what I also need to do is make sure that none of my trains. Okay, local authorities got annoyed with us, so we can't do that anymore. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see if we can get them to be pleased again. Just fast forward a little bit. Or the alternative, because I have so much money here. The Speaker station, how's that doing? That's actually losing passengers. I think even the buses are starting to keep up. But because I want this to be really, really fancy. So let's do that. Let's get that. Let's see if that lets us demolish here. I'm just going to spend an absolute fortune on this. I don't care. I've got so much money. It's completely pointless me even trying to avoid spending it. Oops. Oh no. So yes, let's see if I can bribe them again. But he's just rolling in so fast. So there's no point me even going, sort of pretending that I need to do anything else in this. So yes, so let's just add one of these. You need to do that, make it a double dash, and then put some passenger carriages in the middle of it. And it's just good to go to there and go to there. Totally pointless. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh no. That's not how that's supposed to go at all. I should hope that none of my road vehicles are going to try to go down there. If they do, that's going to be bad. But yes, let's give Cargodist. Oh no, Cargodist already has picked up. This is a good route, so that should empty out that station. And hooray! And I think we've nearly sorted Bristol. Yes. So in fact, Weston-super-Mare's the next problem. How's this going? It's going to Yeovil. So this is the one which goes to... yes, these little DMUs here. What is that? That's something I can still build. Yes, build a few more of those. We need a bit more passenger capacity. So... oh, yay! I beat Cargodist. It only required demolishing most of Bristol and taking a few buses prisoner. But, hooray! I feel like I've achieved something. I'm going to leave that there, because, well, if I stare at it for longer, it'll break. So, goodbye, and I shall see... ooh! Yes! And I shall see you in a future episode for us taking advantage of that.